The continued weather story across the nation is heat, but there is some good news and some day-to-day shifting around of the heat wave that will provide some relief as well as bring some storm chances this week, and by later in the week we could have some more significant cooling mainly for the north. So I'm Isaiah and this is the weather for the week of June 23rd, 2024. Hot and dry weather will remain the general story across the US, and it remains all to thank to this big ridge of high pressure. Last week, as anyone in the eastern and northeastern US can adamantly testify, it was baking hot, especially for this far north, with several prolonged days of heat advisories, excessive heat warnings, and we had many all-time record highs for June threatened or even set. But the high pressure has been on the move and is shifting the focus of highest temperatures back towards the south and west. So let's go day by day with the temperatures, and we'll circle out the hot areas in red on our maps. But remember, even if you're not going to be blazing hot, it is still summer, so it's probably not going to be that cold or anything. Starting on Monday, we have an expansive area of hot temperatures from Arizona to the Carolinas as heat energy pools under the very large high pressure. This will be our magical line of 90 degrees up here, and unfortunately the sky is pretty far north, meaning everywhere south of this will likely be 90 degrees or hotter, and 100s will be lurking around in parts of the plains and desert southwest. But good news is in the Midwest and Northeast, we see these temperatures cooling to the 80s, 70s, look, even some 60s possible, so this will feel phenomenal after last week. There will be some rain attached to it, but we'll get there in a minute. Tuesday, the heat makes a temporary surge north, so the Midwest that was enjoying the cool down, a temporary heat up, 90s continue from Indiana, Kansas, Arizona, and 100s are pretty likely south, especially in the desert southwest. Arizona, we have some hot temperatures here. But a new surge of relatively cool air with troughing is starting to pool up here in Canada, and this will start to reach into the US soon. So by Wednesday, storms will start to bring this more comfortable air mass in, and it'll be out of the 90s and even 80s for the Midwest, interior Northeast, and northern plains. So look, highs could be in the 70s for the afternoon. That's gonna feel really nice. Hot spots though stay from the southeast, where temperatures could reach 100 degrees in the Carolinas and the southern plains and desert southwest. Thursday, southwest, south, southeast, anywhere south continues to stay hot, again with 90s and many hundreds. I mean, it is summer, right? But the more modified air mass with a front pushes into the north, and look at these 70s and 80s, it's gonna feel really nice. And the 90-degree line gets kicked further south, so that's good news up there. Friday morning in particular looks refreshing. Look at all these yellow and green colored areas. This indicates 50s and 60s for morning temperatures. I mean, the 50s are gonna feel wonderful. And by afternoon, relatively cooler 80s prevail, northeast, but the southeast, central, and west will still stay blazing towards 100. So let's sum it up with something fun in our ice cream melting forecast. And we can see that in the south and southwest, the ice cream doesn't stand a chance all week long with hot temps not relenting. So we have an official forecast of your ice cream melting to a puddle in mere seconds. To the southeast and just the general east, the mid-Atlantic, to start the week it'll be blazing, but perhaps a slight ease in temperatures by the end, maybe some rain, so still hot, but we'll average at ice cream melting at a fairly rapid rate. The north, midwest, and northeast are the winners, well deserved after suffering through last week's heat, with still some hot days, but also some relatively cooler days and more refreshing air. So y'all can keep your ice cream for the longest, but still, just remember it's all relative, we're still in summer, so it's never gonna truly feel cool. Okay, let's wrap up with our rain chances, and we do have daily severe threats to watch out for, likely with the setup. 7-day rainfall totals show that it's really the east that is set up for rain this week, especially across the northeast and north, extending down to the Mississippi Valley and Central Plains. Drier weather than not is expected across Texas, the southeast, and the west, which lines up pretty well with the areas that are also getting the hottest temperatures. But look at the southwest, we actually have rain around because our monsoon season is finally starting up, so this means some scatter showers and storms are likely here, hopefully providing cooling to some. Timing things out, it's tricky to pinpoint specifics with our setup without playing it day by day, but we'll start with Monday and go through the week. So starting on Monday, the northeast will be the focus of rain. We'll have a departing system exiting out, and this could bring some scatter showers that we'll be watching. By late on Monday, our next system will start to enter the picture, and this will be our main focus for Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll start with this storm, which will first move into the northern plains and Midwest Tuesday and spread south and east Wednesday, from all the way down to the Mississippi Valley to New York and exiting by late Wednesday. Then we have a third system that could repeat this Thursday and Friday, though this one may stay a bit further north with some more rain, maybe some severe weather, heavy rain up there. Also down south along the Gulf Coast, can't rule out some sea breeze showers, some storms, but that's pretty typical for this time of year. And then again, notice the monsoon going into action in the southwest, so this means we'll have daily pulsing scattered storm chances, no widespread activity, but heavy downpours possible, as is the nature with monsoons. Again, any of this activity has a potential to be severe, especially since east, it is summer. Definitely stay most weather aware across the north, as that's closer to the jet stream and where much more of the energy will be for storms to tap into. And the Storm Prediction Center is keeping track of ahead of time of some areas of severe weather. So starting today on Monday, areas across Minnesota you'll want to watch out. And then Tuesday, as this first system slides further southeast into the Chicago area and further south towards St. Louis, we'll have to watch out. And then further on, as we get later into the week, I expect more severe weather will be possible across Minnesota, parts of the Midwest, and Northeast. And any of these storms could bring damaging winds, large hail. We can't even rule out some tornadoes. So we'll just be tracking that, and we'll want to stay weather aware. And there you have it. The heat and the storms is what we've got this week. So stay tuned to the weather as always. Again, anyone in the south, we're stuck with the heat and we'll likely be stuck with it for the next few months. So continue to stay safe in the heat. Take all of our heat safety precautions that we're well used to at this point. Those in the north though, especially under the severe weather threat, stay safe with that. Stay weather aware. Be on the alert for any watches and warnings that pop up. And hopefully we do get some beneficial rain across parts of the south and east, especially areas that have been drier recently. So thanks for watching everyone, and have a great rest of your week.